Hi friends, this is Sarah from Crafting and Relaxing. Welcome and thank you so much for joining me. This is the second week of the Crafty Christmas collab with Bourbon Creek Crafts. Thank you, Beth, for making that impossible to say. This is a super fun collab and it's also close to my heart because it was the first one that I ever did last year. This is the journal that I made for this week. Now, last week I only made 2 cards. I was kind of getting warmed up, getting all the embellishments out and getting to know the paper. This week I am surrounded by things I've started. Shakers, bits of paper, embellishment, but I have this finished item. Then you let me know if you want to see cards next week or if you'd like to see another journal. You can tell me what you think about this one too. I have a shaker on the front, and I think this is the first journal that I've done with a shaker on the front. I meant to do one for gratefulness journals, and then I got sidetracked. I don't know, sometimes I decorate the front and then remember, oh, I was going to do that. And I kept it pretty thin so that it's less likely to catch on things. It's not super stocked. And I used tulle, so of course you can't use glitter in it. I had some troubles with this, and I'm gonna make a longer video where I talk about this project more. This will just be a flip through. So if you're interested in making journals and you want more details, look for the video on my channel. I would guess it would come out the next day or the day after. So shaker on the front, ribbon down the side, and buffalo plaid cover. Kind of like it. I like it with the dark. Last year I made a Christmas journal or like a December daily that was dark, and I learned that I like it. You know, bringing in that black with the red. I have mixed silver and gold in here. The paper has some glitter in it, so I have some different kinds of glitter, music, and flips and washi. It's going to be kind of quick because there's just so much in it. A lot of the journaling cards I've stamped on the back. I have my little die cuts, really fun stuff. A tag here. My idea is to make it so you can use it for a December daily. Has enough spots to write every day, or 25 days if that's your style. Here I've used paper, rickrack, and then stitched it with gold. And I use different color in my bobbin than in my top thread just for interest and because I'm lazy. So my bobbin here is white, but my top is gold. And then a little tip out. And these papers, a lot of them have bits of glitter and sparkle that you can't quite see. It came with its own embossing. It was kind of fun. I went through all of my Christmas stuff. I honestly don't know. Did I make this in a class? Did Tasha, who is a date with my craft room, give it to me? I don't know where this came from, but it's super cute in this pocket. And I think that's all that matters. I also didn't worry so much about bulk in this journal. The minute I decided to use this pom-pom trim, the bulk issue was over. I put the trim on a fairly middle page because I thought it would help. And look, it doesn't really cause problems. I mean, it just sits in there and I think it's really fun. Oh, Donna gave that to me. She sent me some happy mail. And I just have been uncertain about how to use it, but I love how it turned out. And I stitched it straight and zigzag, so there's more gold and no chance of it coming off. And I did have a problem with it. Yeah, that's okay. I put a pocket. My bobbin got all messed up. It doesn't really like that gold thread and it jams up in the machine sometimes. And I had a hole. Fine. Pocket solves your problems. Stamped on the back of a lot of them. I found some trees in my stash. Have some cute little things here. For the most part, these are papers from the collection and ephemera. I may have mixed some in, but I just think this is an amazing December daily or gratitude journal, or maybe you write about, somebody mentioned writing about the Hallmark movies they watch. And I thought it would be fun to write about the Hallmark movies you watch or the family you FaceTime with, because maybe you're not getting together, but maybe on a certain day you did a FaceTime with family that you couldn't fly and travel to see. I also have embossing in here, and I'm not sure you can see it. There's some iridescent embossing and some white. And what I was trying to do was add interest to the pages, but not make it loud and kind of tie in with the snowflakes. So I like that. Here is just a little tiny black clothespin that I liked. I stitched and I left it. I thought it was okay. If you don't like it, you could always put washi tape or stickers over it. And this was a trim that it wasn't the exact red, but I let that go and I just used stuff that made me happy in here. So it was a what's the term? But it was already tufted like that, ruffled. I just stitched it down with gold embellishments, cute little pocket. I had fun. Joy. There has to be joy in the journal. This one's just plain. And then this one is gold and acrylic. And I just put the house behind it. The house has embossing on it and glitter. You could write on the back of the house, but I wasn't sure about gluing it in and if it would show. And since this one isn't for me, I try and keep things flexible for everyone. Now, this is definitely a Christmas journal. This is not for someone who does not celebrate Christmas. But other than that, it's pretty open. Here, I used an ink out of my stash that was one of my recent gifts in a package, and it's called Cranberry. I had a little trouble right here. It's dark enough. Here, it's a little pinkish, so I didn't use it too much more. It's the most wonderful time of the year, and I loved using these banners as tucks. Maybe that one I should have put at a different angle. Got that doily, more embossing, and I also used a paste here, but I decided that heat embossing is much better because it's faster. When you use your mixed media products, then you have dry time. So then you have to set that aside for hours or overnight. So I switched back and started using more of the embossing, just for fun to keep my project moving. A pocket here. This is a sheet of washi tape that was just on my I should use that list. Blessed. And another little tuck spot. And I really like how this page turned out. I like the buffalo plaid here and little bits of red. So I hope you like my project. I think it was a fun one. I pretty much fall in love with every journal I make. They all have their own personality and benefits. Be sure to watch the other collaborators and check everything out. And if you want more detail on this journal, I'll have a different video. Bye-bye.